we're embarking on an adventure to find the spirit bear, a rare, pure white bear found only in northwestern British Columbia.
To get there, Kim and I are flying from Vancouver to the small town of Bella Bella and then transferring to a boat. To find the bears, we have to base ourselves at Spirit Bear Lodge, an hour and a half away at the coastal village of Clemton on the edge of the Great Bear Rainforest.
The Lodge and the Bear Viewing Tours are a community-based eco-tourism venture owned and operated by the Kitasoo-Khahays First Nation people.
Trev, now you've told me you've seen humpback whale going through.
Well, it goes out this Finlay channel that's just off here is actually into the ocean. There's humpback whales, there's dolphins, there's killer whales.
What a magnificent place as a starting point for our journey.
At the heart of the lodge is the Grand Room. It's not just a lounge and dining room, it's an arena for sharing the day's experiences with the other guests who visited different locations in the Great Bear Sanctuary.
For thousands of years, the Kitasoo-Khahays people have lived in harmony with the spirit bear, which has become central to their culture and folklore. The bears are woven into the stories of the people, some of them quite recent.
The centrepiece of Clemton is the new Big House, the community's meeting place and the cultural hub that was given the nod of approval by a very special spirit bear, according to Clan Chief Charlie Mason.
After the building of the big house completed, we had our ceremony, and exactly about 8-9 months later that the spirit bear came from Corn Island, swam across to the big house. And just to me right away, it was my mother who would come back. Just to give her blessing on the big house, give her blessing on her dream that she always wanted, but she didn't get to see, but did come back to see as a spirit bear.
Clemton is a 1.5-hour boat ride from most places, including the best vantage points for seeing bears in the wild. The journey takes us between majestic mountains and cliffs. It's a magical place.
This river mouth is a favourite fishing ground for grizzly and black bears, so we're following the watercourse upstream, first through tall grasses and sedge, and then further out, closer to the sheer cliff sides of the fjord, where birch and spruce trees spring up. It's not long before we're rewarded from our vantage point on the riverbank. A grizzly bear and her 6-month-old cub, born the previous winter, make their way out into the river. It's been a solid walk for the youngster, who's hungry for a feed. This is a rare opportunity to be amongst the grizzlies, Trev, in this pristine environment.
It's unbelievable. It's more than I could have ever imagined.
Now, the grizzlies are a threatened species, but amongst this area here in British Columbia, there are protected zones, and the Mussel River is one of those. And numbers, thankfully, of grizzlies are on the increase, so we can see them, and many other people can come here.
And the cubs. I mean, mums and cubs is just such a great sight.
And the area here is filled with food, so there's berries, grasses, and of course,
so much salmon, it is incredible. Now, this magnificent old fish here is a chum salmon. It's one of thousands that have swum back here to die. It was born here 5 years ago, and what's remarkable about these fish is that they actually come back and die in the exact spot where they're spawned. It's a huge fish, and it's going to be a meal for a grizzly bear. Maturity takes time with grizzlies, with females not reproducing until their 5th year at the earliest. And while males will leave their mother's side after 3 or 4 years and find their own territory far away to make their own, the females will stay in their mother's territory for the rest of their lives. It will be at least another 1.5 years before the cub is fully weaned, but for now, the essential survival skill of fishing needs to be taught.
we're on our way to a favourite feeding ground for some of the local black bears. a stream hidden away within a lush rainforest, another half an hour boat ride away.
Well, we've walked just 5 minutes up the trail and our guide's already found us a black bear fishing. And boy, look, you can see the eagle flying through as well. This is just incredible. It's one of the most amazing experiences we've ever had on this show.
This Corrich River is filled with pink salmon. It's fairly early in the season, and the fact we're seeing black bears like this one over here fishing successfully, it's amazing.
This mother patiently showing her two cubs the art of capturing and holding on to a slippery, wiggling salmon. But where the black bears seem content to almost welcome us to their patch, the fabled spirit bear is proving elusive. All we can do is wait and perhaps try another spot closer to the river mouth.
Finally, it happens. Several hours of waiting in a steady drizzle is rewarded when a female spirit bear makes her way to the water looking for an afternoon snack of salmon.
We look on at the spirit bear with the knowledge that, for our guides, this extraordinary animal is a cultural icon and a spiritual touchstone. And just like a spirit, it disappears again into the forest, leaving a new group of enthralled visitors to tell their story and build on the legend of the spirit bear.